This is the L2C Media Network. Live from the Fred McLeod's desk in the Tom O'Neill Memorial Studios in Jackson, this is Steve Sporty Balls. I'm Harry von Stuttgart, and what can we say but another year older, but another year crazier. Steve Sporty Balls is presented by the L2C Media Network. Now, with the details, the headlines, and all the day and night in sports, here's our host, the birthday boy, for at least 30 more minutes. Here's Steve. Hello. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm glad you're here. There we go. Thank you. Hello. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Yes, friends, this is a special day here on the old L2C Media Network because today is my birthday. It is also officially, I'm going to take these off. It is also officially the birthday of the L2C Media Network and of the L2C, the Last Call Cafe. That's right. It was, I do believe, 2004 when we got this whole thing started. And when I mean we got this whole thing started, I mean the L2C, the Last Call Cafe. 2004, 2002, let's see, 8, 9, 10, no, 8, it's about 18 years. 18 years old. Wow. We've now hit almost adulthood. And as you can see, we take our sports very seriously on this program. So, there we go. So tonight, hopefully I'll still be awake. Anyway, we got a lot to do tonight. We got a lot of sports to bring you. And of course, we always do this. It is time for the scoreboard. And our scoreboard is always presented to you by Caesar Sportsbook and Casino. That's right. It's all in one. It all fits in your hand now. Anyway, folks, just remember the old proverb, the old saying, the old motto, we are all Caesars, but even Caesars know their limits. And if you went over your limit or you need a little help, then call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700. That's 1-800-522-4700. And they will help you as best as they can. And they're good at what they do the best. All right. Let's get on with it because we have loaded 4 games still going on right now. Let's take you to it. And we start with the game that is continuing. Let's go to the third inning. Top of the third, Padres lead the Giants 4-3. We're in the top of the fourth. Angels over the Athletics 2-1. We go to the end of the eighth, and it is the Minnesota Twins over the Kansas City Royals by a score of 8-3. They're about 6-3. They're about to enter the ninth inning. And this game is going a long way, hopefully not too long. We're in the top of the 12th inning, and it is the Tampa Bay Rays and the Baltimore Orioles tied at 6. So there you are. One of these 4 games will end before we go off the air, and if that happens, we'll give you a final score update. Okay, thank you. All right, speaking of final scores, let's get you some. Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Chicago Cubs 10-6, 10-12-0 for the Diamondbacks, 6-8-0 for the Cubs. Castellanos gets the win for the Diamondbacks. He's 3-1. Hendricks gets the loss for the Cubs. He's 2-4. St. Louis Cardinals over the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-3, 5-10-1 for the Cards, 3-7-1 For the Pirates, the winning pitcher was Wainwright for the Cards. He's 5-3. Thompson gets the loss for the Pirates. He's 2-4. And Gallegos gets his 8th save for the Cardinals. Atlanta Braves beat the Florida Marlins 5-3, 5-9-0 for the Braves, 3-10-0 for the Marlins. Morton hurt a who and a win for the Braves. He's 3 up, 3 down. Rogers gets the loss for the Marlins. He's 2-5. And Smith didn't slap anyone because he got his 2nd save of the season. All right, we continue on. Los Angeles Dodgers over the Philadelphia Phillies, 4-1, 4-9-0 for the Dodgers. 1-7-1 for the Phillies. Winning pitcher for the Dodgers is Arias. He's 3-3. Losing pitcher for the Phils, Suarez. He's 4-2. And Kimbrel for the Dodgers gets his 8th save. Blue Jays beat the Reds 2-1, 2-9-0 for the Jays, 1-8-1 for the Reds. Ryu gets the win for the Jays. He's 1-0. Castillo gets the loss for the Reds. He's 0-2. And Romano gets his 13th save for the Blue Jays. What a game that was. Pardon me for a moment. Ugh. There. There. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. Oh, man. There we go. Yes, friends. There we go. Okay. There, that's a little bit better. All right, Guardians. The Cleveland Guardians continue. Or actually, the Tigers' woes continue as Cleveland Guardians, formerly the Cleveland Indians, still have the Tigers' number. Score 6-1. 6-10-1 for the Guardians. 1-3-0 for the Tigers. Savali gets the win for the Guardians. He's 2-3. Barnes gets the loss for the Tigers. He's 3-1. Boston Red Sox beat the Seattle Mariners 7-3, 7-8-1 for the Red Sox. 3-5-0 for the Mariners. Davis gets the win. He's 1-1 for the Sox. Ray gets the loss. He's 4-4 for the Mariners. Texas Rangers beat the Houston Astros 3-0, 3-5-1 for the Rangers. 7-1 for the Stros. Perez gets the win for the Rangers. He's 3-2. Javier gets the loss for the Astros. He's 2-2. Milwaukee Brewers over the Washington Nationals 7-0, 7-9-0 for the Brews. 6-0 for the Nationals. Lauer gets the win for the Brews. He's 4-1. Fetty gets the loss for the Nationals. He's 2-3. White Sox Yankees, Mets Rockies were postponed due to, of course, this rotten weather. By the way, before we go on any further, let me take off my little nose here. And we here at the L2C and Steve Sporty Balls would like to send our sympathies, our good vibes and our prayers to the people of the city of Gaylord, Michigan. Their town was devastated today, and I mean devastated. The reports that have our friends over at WLNS TV6 have been getting have literally shown a town devastated by a tornado. We will give you an update in very short moments, weather report coming up from Storm Tracker 6 meteorologist David Young. And we will bring you an update on the devastation in Gaylord, Michigan. Gaylord, Michigan, our hearts and our vibes and our prayers are with you as you begin your cleanup. I mean, that we saw the tape from Gaylord, Michigan on 6, and we sort of earwigged a live newscast from TV 9 and 10 up in Cadillac and Traverse City area. So Gaylord is just, oh man. I think at last report there were several injuries and only one death. We will get you updates on that very shortly. But right now, let's get back to our little mensch of a sports show. And for that, I'll put my nose back on because I was very happy. Yep, I'm celebrating my 58th year of life on this planet. I will do a little salute to all of you folks out there in just a few moments before we sign off. Starting Monday, we're going to have like a little rundown sheet so we don't bounce around much. So let's get going with AAA baseball. Las Vegas in the bottom of the 7th inning leads Reno 5-1. Bottom of the 9th, I'm just going to say it. It's all over unless a miracle happens. Tacoma leads Sacramento 2-0. Final scores: Buffalo over Syracuse 2-0. 2-6-1 for the Low. 0-2-0 for the Qs. Worcester over Scranton Wilkes-Barre by score 6-2. 6-7-0 for Worcester. 2-6-0 for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Final in 10 innings, it was Norfolk 9, Charlotte 8. Yeah, I'm still... there we go. Why do I wear the nose? I'm celebrating. Norfolk beat Charlotte 9-8 in 10 innings. 9-12-1 for Norfolk. 8-9-1 for Charlotte. Lehigh Valley over Rochester 10-2. 10-14-0 for Lehigh Valley. 2-8-2 for Rochester. Durham over Jacksonville 5-1. 5-8-1 for Durham. 1-6-0 for Jacksonville. Indianapolis over Toledo 5-2. 5-10-1 for Indianapolis. 2-6-0 for Toledo. Gwinnett over Memphis 3-2. 3-7-2 for Gwinnett. 2-8-1 for Memphis. Nashville over Louisville 4-0. 4-11-0 for Nashville. 0-5-0 for Louisville. Omaha over St. Paul 8-7. 8-9-2 for Omaha. 7-11-1 for St. Paul. Sugarland over Oklahoma City 6-2. 6-5-1 for Sugarland. 2-3-2 for Oklahoma City. Round Rock over El Paso 8-3. 8-11-2 for Round Rock. 3-7-2 for El Paso. Yeehaw. Iowa over Columbus. I was right. 7-3. 7-9-1 for Iowa. 3-6-1 for Columbus. Salt Lake over Albuquerque. 7-5. 7-6-0 for Salt Lake. 5-8-1 for Albuquerque. And that is it for AAA. Let's go now to Double Alpha. That's right. We go to Double A right now. And we have, I do believe, a few doubleheaders. Let's go to game one. Game one went to 8 innings. Harrisburg defeated Portland 3-1. 3-6-0 for Harrisburg. 1-4-0 for Portland. Game two, Harrisburg defeated Portland again. 7-2, 7-7-0 for Harrisburg. 2-6-0 for Portland. Final score, Altoona couldn't wait, but they did beat Richmond 12-4, 12-13-0 for Altoona, 4-7-1 for Richmond. Erie over New Hampshire, 8-7, 8-10-1 for Erie, 7-10-1 for New Hampshire. Somerset over Reading, 6-2, 6-8-1 for Somerset, 2-4-0 for Reading. Akron over Birmingham, excuse me, Akron over Binghamton, 4-2, 4-11-0 for Akron, 2-4-1 for Binghamton. Bowie over Hartford by a score of 10-3, 10-11-0 for Bowie, 3-8-0 for Hartford. Chattanooga over Tennessee, 4-2, 4-3-1 for Chattanooga, 2-6-0 for Tennessee. Corpus Christi over Frisco, baby, 11-9, 11-12-3 for Corpus Christi, 9-12-1 for Frisco. Biloxi over Mississippi, 4-3, 4-10-0 for Biloxi. And thank you very much. 4-10-0 for Biloxi, 3-6-2 for Mississippi. Springfield, da 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 da. Over Wichita, 5-3, 5-6-1 for Springfield, 3-6-0 for Wichita. San Antonio over Midland, 6-1, 6-8-1 for San Antonio, 1-8-0 for Midland. Arkansas over Northwest Arkansas, 2-1, 2-5-0 for Arkansas, 1-4-0 for Northwest Arkansas. Tulsa over Amarillo, 3-0, 3-9-0 for Tulsa, 0-4-0 for Amarillo. Rocket City defeated Birmingham by a score of 8-2, 8-13-1 for Rocket City, 2-10-1 for Birmingham. Pensacola and Montgomery were canceled due to le COVID. Sorry, I'm going to take this nose off, but don't forget, it is Red Nose Day coming up, so pledge yourself, folks. What in the sangria? Oh. By the way, I'm going to show you some birthday gifts I got. They're pretty awesome. I got to tell you, my other family, my extended family, do me pretty good. Oh, excuse me. I burped. Let me show you some of the gifts. I got some masks. Cleaned some newfangled ones. Take a look. Take a look. There you go. This one's got little holes in it. Yeah, this one you can breathe easy with it. Okay, let's pop you there. And of course, one of the old favorites right here. But this one I like, and I will tell you why I like this one, because somebody finally done it right. I mean, somebody done this right. I like this. I don't know if you can see this because of the glare of our light, but look at this. I mean, it protects the nose, and you can actually see the face. You can actually see the mouth. The only downside is you can't stick your tongue out or pretend to make faces. So this is one of the gifts I got. The other one was a red nose, and I'm gonna put that on that site because I'm gonna wherever I go. Let's see. I know we got some games to do, so just give me a moment here. I'm gonna show my gifts. A couple of rollers. There you go, little pens. Got Twizzlers. Of course, my clown nose for Red Nose Day. There you go. When is Red Nose Day, by the by? Yeah, it'd be nice if I read upside down. Let's see here. Doesn't actually say, but I guess it's the entire month of May now. They used to do it when NBC used to do the TV special. Okay, and a couple of other things. Pumpkin seeds, some beef and cheese smokestack. There you go. I know you couldn't see the cheese because there you go. Can you see the cheese? There you go. You got a little bit of cheese right there. Okay. I don't know. I got some composition book, sketch pad. There's your sketch pad right there. Little card. Happy birthday, Steve. I love these people. Let's see. Coloring book. And what's a coloring book without colors? Got that too. I'll show you some more shortly. But some of the stuff I got very healthy. So now, don't worry. I'll put the nose back on. I'm conscious. Anyway, where are we here in our little? Okay, we haven't started yet. Okay, now we will. All right, this is Double A. Beep beep. And in game one, Harrisburg defeated Portland in 8 innings, 3-1, 3-6-0 for Harrisburg, 1-4-0 for Portland. By the way, Nick Rekieta is streaming tonight. Rekieta Media continuing their coverage. And well, let's start that again. Nick Rekieta is streaming tonight, and of course, Lost Blaney, the interweb, continues their coverage of the Depp Amber Heard trial. And if this was a boxing match, I hate to say this, but Amber Heard is down for the count. Johnny Depp has proven liable and defamation in so many ways that it is disgraceful. And a good friend of mine, that umbrella guy, or as we like to call him, and he likes to call himself Tug, has done a very good job, along with Nick Rekieta and a few others, in streaming the trial since day one. But Tug got some major mention last night. Actually, yesterday afternoon, he got some mention. Hi, sweetie. Talking to my cat. Should be behind the camera, but today, since it's my birthday, she has taken the day off. Yes, haven't you, sweetums? You've taken a little day off to relax. Okay, let's continue on here. I already gave the game one schedule, or game one score. Let's go to game two. Harrisburg beat Portland 7-2, 7-7-0 for Harrisburg, 2-6-0 for Portland. So Harrisburg did a sweep. Altoona beat Richmond by a score of 12-4. Why does that sound so familiar? Did we do this already? Yes, we did. We did Double A already. Did we? What was the last one we did? I want to make sure I didn't. I did. Oh, yeah, we did, because I mentioned Pensacola Montgomery got postponed. So we go from Double A to High A. See, sometimes we do make mistakes on this show. All right, here we go. One game is left to play, and that is, of course, in the bottom of the seventh inning. Hillsborough and Everett are tied at 5. Let's go for more final scores. Vancouver over Tri-City, 4-3, 4-8-1 for Vancouver, 3-4-1 for Tri-City. Dayton over Quad City, 7-1, 7-10-0 for Dayton, 1-5-0 for the Quad. That was game two. Game one, another final score, Dayton walloped the Quad, 5-3, 5-6-1 for Dayton, 3-5-1 for the Quad. The troubles in Lansing continue. The Great Lakes Loons giving Lansing a little spank on the old Tookus, 6-2, 6-9-0 for Great Lakes, 2-8-0 for Lansing. Bowling Green over Greensboro, 10-4, 10-6-1 for Bowling Green, 4-7-1 for Greensboro. Jersey Shore over Wilmington, 5-2, 5-7-1 for Jersey Shore, 2-6-2 for Wilmington. Asheville, get that fly out of here. There, got rid of it. Okay, we were on Asheville. Thank you. Asheville over Winston-Salem. Tastes good like a cigarette used to be. Asheville beat Winston-Salem 7-5, 7-9-3 for Asheville, 5-9-0 for Winston-Salem. Fort Wayne over West Michigan, 10-5, 10-10-0 for Fort Wayne, 5-7-1 for West Michigan. Hickory over Greenville, 9-7, 9-14-2 for Hickory, 7-9-1 for Greenville. Rome over Aberdeen by a score of 6-0, 6-8-1 for Rome, 0-3-1 for Aberdeen. Lake County over Cedar Rapids, 5-1, 5-8-1 for Lake County, 1-7-0 for Cedar Rapids. Peoria over Beloit, 5-2, 5-9-1 for Peoria, 2-10-0 for Beloit. South Bend over Wisconsin by a score of 4-2. South Bend over Wisconsin by a score of 6-2. 6-9-0 for South Bend, 2-7-1 for Wisconsin. Spokane over Eugene by a score of 4-3. 4-7-1 for Spokane, 3-11-0 for Eugene. Brooklyn and Hudson Valley were postponed due to the weather. They'll be made up on the on what date? Can we pop that up, guys? Thank you. May 22nd. By the way, a little news bulletin. Title 42, which was to be ended on Monday, judge said, no way, Mr. Biden. So Title 42 will remain law. So there you go. Will remain up. Single A now. Let's go. Bottom of the 8th inning. Lake Elsinore and Visalia, 13-2. Lake Elsinore leads 13-2. Bottom of the 7th inning. Rancho Cucamonga over Fresno, 5-2. Top of the 7th. Modesto over Stockton, 11-2. Mid 6th inning. San Jose over Inland Empire, 7-1. Fort Myers over Clearwater, 3-1, 3-5-0 Fort Myers, 1-3-1 Clearwater. That was game 2. Game 1, Fort Myers cold-cocked Clearwater again, 3-0, 3-4-0 for Fort Myers, 0-3-0 for Clearwater. Tampa over St. Lucie, 7-3, 7-7-1 for Tampa, 3-6-1 for St. Lucie. Fayetteville over Kannapolis, 13-2, 13-9-0 for Fayetteville, 2-7-1 for Kannapolis. Carolina over Down East, 8-6, 8-10-1 for Carolina, 6-6-2 for Down East. Charleston over Augusta, 8-2, 8-9-0 for Charleston, 2-11-5 for Augusta. Lynchburg over Salem, 10-9, 10-11-4 for Lynchburg, 9-8-2 for Salem. Myrtle Beach over Columbia, 5-4, 5-9-1 for Myrtle Beach, 4-7-2 for Columbia. Delmarva over Fredericksburg, 6-4, 6-8-1 for Delmarva, 4-7-1 for Fredericksburg. Final score in 8 innings. Obviously, I have a feeling due to a storm. Dunedin over Daytona, 4-0. 4-11-0 for Dunedin, 0-3-1 for Daytona. Bradenton and Palm Beach, wet grounds, postpone it. They'll be made up tomorrow, as will Jupiter and Lakeland. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your baseball scoreboard, both in the major and the minor. All right. I'm going to show you some more of what I got here for my birthday for my friends. Of course, most of this food, including this puppy right here, if you can see it. Mac and cheese, flaming hot. I may have this tomorrow. I am not certain, but you never know. Also got some Taco Bell Taco Supreme sunflower seeds. Why? Because I love sunflower seeds. That's right. I love sunflower seeds. Got some protein chips. There's a theme. These are tortilla style loaded taco flavor. There you go. I figure I'll have one today. Of course. Gotta have the candy. Hershey's Miniatures. Double Bubble Bubble Gum. And let's see. There you go. Werther's Original Sugar-Free caramels. Caramel heart. Werther's Original. You got your caramel and your caramel coffee. Not bad. I made out like a bandito. And of course, I love this. Peanut butter parfait mix. And sugar-free chocolate chips. Okay, and on this side of the table, let's see. This side of the table, I got some Colors of Kindness crayons, some mechanical pencils. There you go. Yes, I'm going to show everything. And an entire armada of good, healthy things like hand gel sanitizer, hand soap, more hand soap. Let's see what this is. Ooh, liquid hand soap. It's sea minerals and blue iris gentle moisture. Ooh, very nice. And of course, folks, what would anything wind up but another little bit of hand gel sanitizer right there. And more hand sanitizer. My hands are going to be soft and supple. Okay, and I also got some Pepperidge Farm has goldfish. So what do you think the other folks have? Whales. Okay. And I got me some 6-count lunchbox pack of Snyder's pretzels. There you go. And finally, some Lay's stack potato chips. All of them will be good to use. Yes, indeed, they do. There you go. That was my birthday present. Oh, yeah. Just drank this Premier Protein. This is root beer float flavored immune health support. There you go. Those were my birthday presents. I'm going to try to see if Mandy Summers could send me a poster size picture of her in her red, white, and blue bikini. I might ask her that. Then again, who knows? Anyway, we're at 12:07 right now, so let us go from baseball to the NBA if there was any games left, and there was. So let us pop it up on my board here. Thank you. And once again, the Golden State Warriors took their frustrations out on the Dallas Mavericks, 126-117, to take a 2-0 lead in the best of 7. And that is wild. Yes, it is. Okay. 2 more, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that'll be well, we'll figure that out in a bit. Or do you want to figure it out now? Yeah, let's do some figuring out, okay? Thank you. Let's do some figuring it. Let's figure it out here whilst we're on the subjective. Okay. Oh, that was fun. Okay, let me just is there a way we can squirrel this so I can tell which is the east and which is the west? Or do we not? Or do we not care? Waha. Come on, boys. Why don't we? You know, this is what I love about doing live television. You never know what you're going to get until you get it. Until you get it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bubbles. Okay. Do we happen to have the listables? The listables, yes. Let's have the listables here. Excuse me for a moment. Yeah. No. We don't want that. We want the braquito. Thank you. Bracket. Thank you. The East Final has Miami versus Boston. West Final, Golden State versus Dallas. So Golden State needs to win 2 more games to be the Western Conference representative for the NBA Finals. So there you go. See, this is what happens when you need the information now, and you get it right here on Steve's Sporty Balls. Not only that, but we are literally chugging along on time. And let us go now. Speaking of on time, let's do some hockey. If Dandelion was here, she would be impressed. Let's blow the hockey theme. All right. With 9:56 remaining in the second period, it is the Calgary Flames over the Edmonton Oilers in the Battle of Alberta, 3-2. Calgary leads the battle in the series, 1-0, and the best, of course, 4 out of 7. And earlier today, the Hurricane beat the Rangers by a score of 2-0. The Carolina Hurricane, they lead the series 2-0. Excuse me, my nostrils are flaring up. Yep, that's right. And right now, the Eastern Conference semifinals and the Western Conference semifinals. So things are starting to pick up rapidly for both. And we are proud to say we will continue to bring you all that we can of the best in sports here on Steve's Sporty Balls. We've already done the commercial, and we have already done most of the sporting events. And we've already done the birthday, and I gotta do it. So hang on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Ho, ho. Happy birthday, dear me. Ho, ho, ho. Happy birthday to me. Ho, ho, ho. Anyway, I might do a couple of karaoke songs and then wrap it up with a special word or two. Let's get you some sports headlines. In the NBA, speaking of which, so who's going to coach the Lakers? Well, the Lakers have reportedly narrowed down their head coaching search. Try again. The Los Angeles Lakers have reportedly narrowed down their head coaching search to 3 candidates. Milwaukee Bucks assistant Darvin Ham and former Portland Trailblazers coach Terry Stotts have advanced to the final round of interviews, according to ESPN, while Golden State Warrior assistant coach Kenny Atkinson has also been named a finalist, so says The Athletic. Of the finalists, The Athletic is reporting that Ham appears to have made the strongest impression. Now, all 3 candidates have been hot commodities on the coaching market, as the Charlotte Hornets have also had interest in them as well. However, the Lakers' job may be more enticing, if only for the fact that LA has the makings of a championship contender. LeBron James and Anthony Davis, though Los Angeles struggled heavily last season, primarily due to injury and Brook failure. The Lakers should be contenders next season if they're able to make moves to improve their roster this summer, and if LeBron James just stays playing basketball and not trying to coach or be a damn general manager. Now, if Ham were to get the job, it would be his first head coach in the league. He's been with the Bucks since 2018, following Milwaukee head coach Mike Budenholzer from the Atlanta Hawks. In that time, Ham has been an integral figure on Budenholzer's coaching staff, helping lead the Bucks to a championship last season and assisting in the development of 2-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. Ham has also been up for several head coaching jobs in the past, but has landed one. Maybe this will be his first. Now, Stotts hasn't coached since parting ways with the Trailblazers following the 2020-2021 season. During his time there, he helped lead them to the Western Conference Finals, and they missed the playoffs just once during his 9-year tenure. Prior to that, he was on the coaching staff that helped bring a championship to the Dallas Mavericks in 2011. Atkinson has spent the last 2 seasons as an assistant coach with the Los Angeles Clippers, and he's currently holding the same role with the Warriors. Now, prior to that, he led the Brooklyn Nets for 4 seasons, where his coaching record improved in each of his first 3 seasons. Atkinson was let go following the 2019-2020 season, in part due to personalities clashing between Atkinson, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. Lakers are expected to conduct another round of interviews with these 3 candidates in LA in the near future. That report from The Atlantic. Not bad. Thank you. Okay, in the National Football League, we got some news. And it's not bad news. For the 6th season in a row, the Indianapolis Colts will be trotting out a new starting quarterback in Week 1. The latest signal caller to call Indy home is former Falcon legend Matt Ryan, whom the club traded for this offseason. While there's promise that Ryan will finally give the Colts some stability at the position for the next few years, the quarterback room is not complete at this stage of the offseason. The Colts are currently working to add veteran quarterback Nick Foles as a backup. So says The Athletic. He was released by the Chicago Bears last month and has had a history with the Colts coaching staff, as Frank Reich was the offensive coordinator in Philadelphia when Foles helped aid and lead the Eagles to their Super Bowl 52 win back in 2017. It was that Philly connection that paved the way for Carson Wentz to land with the Colts last offseason. Now, Reich noted last week that the Colts have not ruled out the possibility of adding a veteran quarterback to back up Ryan. Currently, the Colts have 3 quarterbacks on the roster behind Ryan: Sam Ehlinger, James Morgan, and undrafted rookie Jack Cohn. Now, Ehlinger has impressed during his young career and has ascended to quarterback 2 since coming into the league as a 6th-round pick in 2021 out of Texas, but he's yet to throw a pass in the regular season. Now, with that in mind, inserting someone with legit NFL experience behind Ryan may be beneficial to the Colts. After all, they know firsthand how important that position can be after once dealt with injuries in 2021. Former 4th-rounder Jacob Eason was thrust into action in Week 2 of last season, and the moment seemed too big for him as he threw a brutal interception in a loss to the Rams. So having someone like Foles in the fold may be a smart move for a Colts team that is the betting favorite to win the AFC South. Okay, let's keep going. All right, and the PGA Championship continues. And we got some big stars that failed to make the cut. Let's see who they were. It was a fun weekend finish at the 2022 PGA Championship. It is set over the next 2 days. But the bite of Southern Hills, coupled with the swirling Oklahoma winds, ensured that some of the biggest names in the sport will not be in contention for the Wanamaker Trophy this weekend. Scotty Scheffler and Dustin Johnson were among the biggest names to miss the 4 over the cut line that settled Friday evening. Scheffler, the number 1 ranked golfer in the world, was unable in the afternoon to salvage a slow start to his week following an opening round 71 with a 75. He becomes the 2nd consecutive world number 1 golfer to miss the PGA Championship, joining Dustin Johnson, who did so last year at Kauai Island. Johnson this year fired back-to-back 73s to fall 2 strokes short of the cut. In total, only 4 of the top 25 golfers in the world, Scheffler, Johnson, Patrick Cantlay, and Daniel Berger, wound up going fishing this weekend, missing the cut. However, 2 of the top 5s were among the group, with Scheffler and Cantlay turning in disappointing performances. Most notably, among those making the cut this week is, amazingly, Tiger Woods, who finished 1 stroke clear of the line at 3 over through 36. Woods, playing just his second event since a serious car wreck in which he nearly lost his leg, followed a 74 in round 1 with a 69 in round 2. When he entered the clubhouse, the 69 was tied for the 11th best round of the day. Other big names who won't be in the mix this weekend are Sergio Garcia, Corey Connors, and Matthew Wolf. Ouch. Okay, there we go. Let's pop this. The Mets signed a veteran. That's right. New York Mets have signed veteran right-hander Trevor Cahill to a minor league contract, according to Joel Sherman. The 34-year-old Cahill pitched in the majors last season as a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates. In 9 appearances, 8 of them starts, he amassed a 6.57 ERA and a 2.29 strikeout-to-walk ratio. He previously found success with the San Francisco Giants during the pandemic-shortened 2020 season, as he posted a 3.24 ERA across 25 innings in a relief role. Cahill's bounced around a lot in recent years after spending the first 6 seasons of his big league career with either the Oakland Athletics, whom he debuted with and made his only All-Star game appearance as a part of, or the Arizona Diamondbacks. He has since appeared in games with the Braves, Cubs, Padres, Royals, Athletics again, Angels, Giants, and Pirates. Cahill will have to go through a stretching out period before he's a realistic option to join the Mets' big league roster. It usually takes starters about a month to ramp up their pitch counts, suggesting Cahill might not be a factor anytime soon. The Mets are going through a rough stretch as it pertains to the health and availability of their best starters. Jacob deGrom hasn't yet pitched this season, while Max Scherzer suffered an oblique injury that is expected to sideline him for 6+ weeks. Tyler McGill, one of the Mets' breakout stars this season, is also on the injured list as he recovers from a bout of bicep inflammation. The Mets' rotation then stands as featuring Chris Bassett, Carlos Carrasco, Tejuan Walker, and Trevor Williams. David Peterson is expected to slot into Scherzer's vacated rotation spot beginning on Saturday. That is going to be something to watch very carefully upon. And finally, there are 2 teams reportedly still considering getting Mr. Mayfield as the Mayfield turns. Yep. That's right. The quarterback carousel has been spinning all offseason with teams like Steelers, Browns, Colts, Broncos, Commanders, Falcons, and Seahawks all on track to open next season with new starters under center. And that's not to mention teams like the 49ers, Bears, and Texans, all of whom are expected to start the passers they drafted last year but had on the bench to begin the 2021 season. There is still at least one domino left to fall in the quarterback market, though, with Cleveland still having Baker Mayfield on its roster even after trading for Deshaun Watson earlier this offseason. There's been speculation that the Browns could keep Mayfield and have him start while Watson serves any suspension handed down by the National Football League under the personal conduct policy in the wake of him being accused by 20+ women of sexual misconduct. Oh boy. But that seems unlikely given the financial realities involved as well as the potential locker room awkwardness. That's what makes the recent report from The Athletic that both the Seahawks and Panthers haven't yet ruled out making a play for Mayfield at some point this offseason. An interesting one. It's worth noting, however, that the last time a team was essentially paid to take on a quarterback salary was when the Browns received a second-round pick from the Houston Texans in exchange for absorbing Brock Osweiler's $16 million onto their books. But Cleveland took on that whole contract, which is what allowed the Browns to receive an asset in return rather than giving one up. If the Browns are willing to absorb some of Mayfield's salary on his way out the door, that could increase their return in this deal. If they insist on the acquiring team paying Mayfield's entire salary, they may have to attach assets to shed him from the cap sheet. Considering opposing teams are reportedly not too thrilled with the structure of Watson's contract, they're likely not going to be in a mood to help the Browns here, which complicates things even further. Now, this is a situation that could drag out through the offseason and into training camp, where it may be an injury rather than compensation that motivates a team to trade for Mayfield. And those are your headlines. Do we have any media? Well, I do believe we got maybe one story to give you. That's right, one story to give you. And it seems that Sage Steele, if it weren't for bad luck, she'd have no luck at all. ESPN's Sage Steele was reportedly struck in the face by an errant Jon Rahm tee shot during Thursday's round at the PGA Championship. That's from Jeff Shackelford's account in today's edition of his Quadrilateral newsletter, which is pretty darn good. In fact, here's the report we read to you. ESPN anchor Sage Steele was struck by a Jon Rahm tee shot, and one eyewitness told the Quadrilateral that they saw her on the ground holding her nose, mouth, or chin area and her hands covered in blood. Medical personnel were summoned, but the PGA of America was unaware of the incident and deferred to ESPN. A spokesman there also had no comment. I was standing behind a tree when Rahm hit a hard hook into the left trees. He immediately yelled, "For left," and aggressively waved his arms, pointing left. The impact must have been brutal. Rahm's tee shot ended up in the center of the fairway. Well, a review of the feature group coverage showed nothing abnormal or signs that Rahm or his caddy had any idea someone was knocked on the head by the tee shot. Now, imagining a golf ball bouncing off a face and back into the fairway, and you get an idea of how it could cause that kind of injury. Steele was at Southern Hills for Sports Center coverage at the PGA Championship. According to Ryan Glasspiegel at the New York Post, Steele understandably won't be on ESPN's coverage the rest of the week. Of course, in translation, an ESPN spokesperson declined to comment for this story. Now, Steele, believe it or not, she's suing ESPN, alleging a violation of her constitutional rights. In the words of Rodney King, can't we all just get along? Please. I beg of you. Oh, boy. Okay, I think that's it for... NBC announces Premier League Championship Sunday plans with 9 out of 10 mentions? Yeah, or matches available on Peacock. Well, let's give you those matches, shall we? An NBC tradition happens on the final day of the Premier League season. Let's tell you all about it. On Thursday, NBC announced their broadcast plans for Championship Sunday, and much like the last 2 years, it'll be heavy on their streaming service Peacock. Like in 2020 and 2021, 5 matches, count them, 5 will be Peacock exclusive. A change from NBC's formula. Why are these commercials pissing us off? There we go. Let's set you down. Thank you. I can't. Is there a wait? Thank you. Like in 2020 and 2021, 5 matches will be Peacock exclusive, a change from NBC's formula during their earliest years of broadcasting in Premier League, where every match aired on cable or broadcast TV, which included weird poop like Crystal Palace and West Brom on Oxygen. But unlike last year, where even the cable and broadcast games were available on Peacock, only 9 of the 10 matches this year are exclusively on Peacock. The potentially crucial Liverpool-Wolves match is available only on USA and in Spanish on NBC Universo. And speaking of which, here are the full schedule of matches. Their network assignment kickoff for all 10 is at 11 a.m. Manchester City versus Aston Villa will be on NBC, Peacock, and Telemundo. Liverpool versus Wolverhampton Wanderers will be on USA and NBC Universo. Arsenal versus Everton will be on CNBC and Peacock. Norwich City versus Tottenham Hotspur will be on Sci-Fi and Peacock. Burnley versus Newcastle United will be on Golf Channel and Peacock. Yes, I did mention Golf Channel. Brentford versus Leeds United exclusively on Peacock. Brighton and Hove Albion versus West Hampton will also be on Peacock. Chelsea versus Watford will also be on Peacock. Crystal Palace versus Manchester United on Peacock. Leicester City versus Southampton also on Peacock. Now, it may be a bit jarring to see clubs like Chelsea and Manchester United only on Peacock, but it does make sense. You see, Chelsea are locked into third in the table, barring an 18-goal swing between them and the Spurs on Sunday, while United will either finish sixth or seventh. The regulation fight is down to Burnley and Leeds following Everton's dramatic win on Thursday, but only Burnley's match with Newcastle will be on cable. Arsenal still have a slim chance of leapfrogging Spurs for fourth, and both team matches will air on cable. Now, most eyes will be on Manchester City, Aston Villa, and Liverpool versus the Wolves, but Peacock subscribers will only be able to watch the former throughout the season. Only matches airing on the NBC broadcast network have been available on Peacock, with cable matches shut out. NBC lifted that restriction for the other three matches airing on cable, but not this one. In a bit of good news, Peacock will be streaming Goal Rush on Sunday morning, the Premier League whip-around show. They break out from time to time. It's a fine option for the neutral or someone whose club has nothing left to play for. With the titles still up for grabs, NBC is also splitting up its studio and broadcast crews. Now, the studio team of Rebecca Lowe, Robbie Earl, Tim Howard, and Robbie Musto were broadcast live from a pitchside desk at Anfield, while the main broadcast team of Arlo White, Lee Dixon, and Graham Lesseau will call City Villa. Liverpool Wolves will be called by the duo of Jim Proudfoot and Andy Townsend. Now, NBC's commitment, pretty good. Championship Sunday has been a different beast since the introduction of Peacock, when all of the games aired on various cable and broadcast networks, and when NBC had their own sports network called, coincidentally enough, NBCSN. It was a fun little quirk. You never saw the Premier League on E. Now, with only half the matches on cable or broadcast and the rest streaming exclusive, like a fair chunk of NBC's Premier League schedule, that specialness seems diminished. It's cool that there are 10 matches on at the same time, but with 5 only available on Peacock and 1 not available on Peacock at all, it makes flipping around just a bit complicated. But we wish NBC well, don't we, kids? Yes, we do. Much like we wish Rogers well for Canadian folks. Why? Because a Canadian team almost won the Stanley Cup, and Rogers has, I think, 4 more years of their contract with the NHL for the Canadian broadcast rights still going on and on and on. Okay, so we are at 12:32. We had some other stories for you, but we're going to quickly get to football or soccer, excusez-moi. We're going to quickly go through the matches today of football in the Scottish Premiership. Playoff final, St. Johnstone and Inverness Caledonia Thistle tied at 2. Spanish La Liga, Real Vallecano lost to Levante 4-2. Real Madrid and Real Betis tied at 0. In the Turkish Super League, it was Antalyaspor and Galatasaray even at 1. Gaziantep beat Kayserispor 2-0. Okay, let's take you now to our last little segment. I know we were mentioning some other stories we wanted to get to, but unfortunately, time is not on our side. So we will put that for sports leftovers for tomorrow. So right now, let's get to it. In League One relegation, Auxerre beat Sochaux 1-0. In Italy, Series A, Roma over Torino 3-0. Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid and Betis tied at 0. In Italy, the Liga A playoffs, Sassari over Brescia 98-68. And right now, after 2 periods, it is Calgary 3, Edmonton 3. Wow. In the World Hockey Championships, Germany over Italy 9-4, Finland over Great Britain 6-0, Slovakia over Kazakhstan 4-3, and after penalty shots, Latvia beat Austria 4-3. In Japan, in the Nippon Professional Baseball, Chiba Lotte Marines over the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 8-1. Yomiuri Giants over the Hanshin Tigers 6-2. Hiroshima Carp over the Chunichi Dragons 11-5. Nippon Ham Fighters over the Seibu Lions 5-3. Oric Buffaloes over the Rakuten Golden Eagles 1-0. Yokohama Bay Stars over the Occult Swallows 3-1. In Major League Baseball, do we have any updates? Yes, we do. Both games in the 8th inning. Oakland leads Los Angeles 4-2, and San Diego leads San Francisco 6-4. In South Korean baseball action, in the Korean Baseball Organization, the Lotte Giants over the Doosan Bears 4-0. Kia Tigers over the NC Dinos by a score of 5-3. Kiwoom Heroes over the Hanwha Eagles 4-3. KT Wiz Swan over the Samsung Lions 5-1. And finally, the SSG Landers over the LG Twins 5-4. In cricket, the Rajasthan Royals defeated the Chennai Super Kings by 5 wickets, 151-150. And guess what, folks? We made it. We made it through another show. Yes, friends, we did. It is time for us to say au revoir, bon voyage, and a few other pleasantries because we are out of time. And I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Before we go any further, I would like to let you guys know, to all my friends from Comicsgate, to my YouTube family, to my family on Twitter, to my Comicsgate family, to my family on Facebook, and to my second family, Annie and Angie, Yuki, Chrissy, and my big bro, Jay the Brain Man, to Matthew Nichols, Jerry Nichols, and Nancy Nichols, to Monica Cram, to I can't mention them all because if I did, I would forget somebody, and I don't want to forget anybody. So to everyone, from my friends at Comicsgate, to my friends on YouTube channels, to my friends on Twitter, on Gab, on Getter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and everywhere else, on Twitter, and to those I have mentioned and many more, I want to thank you for this very special birthday. It has been a very hard 3 months since my mom passed away, and to thank you all immeasurably for your birthday wishes. I haven't had a visitor here except for my cousin-in-law, Bruce. He's a good guy, good egg, and I thank him for his help, his counsel. I thank all of you for your help, for your guidance, for your counsel, for your friendship, for your love. And I want to thank everybody for making this birthday very special. It's going to be a hard rest of the year, and I just hope that you'll be there for me as I would be there for you. I love you all. I thank you very much. And whatever happens to me, no matter where I go, I am humbled and I am honest when I say this. I may have the biggest heart, but to my friends, um, I thank you. I love each and every one of you, and I will never forget you. You have all been beside me for a long time, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. And with that, I say good night, and we will see you tomorrow at 11:35 p.m. Eastern with another edition of Steve's Sporty Balls. Until then, again, thanks for making my birthday. Thanks for making my life. And thank you for making the past 3 months very tolerable, very livable, and for making me realize that I'm truly not alone. And I thank you all very much. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. I am very humbled and very thankful to have each and one in my life. You are all heart lights who keep me grounded and who keep me smiling and who keep me very much on a balanced line. Thank you, everyone. Good night. And as always, may your sporty balls be strong, be tough, and always look good. Good night, everybody.